Good day all and welcome to Obidati Family TV. The program now Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day. And wherever we day, on a good morning, afternoon and evening, depending on our time zone. Today, we get some things where we say we want do fact check on where they very important because it on the trend. And the trending now over trending now in the worry am now. So now I quickly say, make I come for studio, make I bring our obedient and well-meaning Nigerians to that very information, make we for check whether not true. Number one, be that one where them talk say CSU where be Chicago State University say they don't release Tinubu's certificate and all his own academic credentials say they don't release them. We want fact check whether not correct or be not true or not false. Make una for know. The second one where we want fact check inside, now that very one where they trend and talk say Enugu State Governor say Supreme Court don't affirm say na in victory say na him be the person will be the governor of Enugu State. Now fact check, now we they check all this thing. And when we they do this fact check, we go bring on the audio abina video evidence where the court where we say na the district court where there for Illinois, Chicago, where the judge they question the issue of that certificate where we they talk. The things where the judge use him mouth talk, we go hear them this time. So that you no go be say, we go continue to they do merry-go-round. They listen to other things. And the people where they propagate this thing, we go bring them out one by one. So with me to talk this thing and other things where we want talk, I get Oni where we say he there all the way from Canada will go join us. Now, well-meaning Nigerian will be obedient. Will be saying say make you for join me for this discussion. And other people will be say them talk say them go join for Zoom to do this discussion. So on our welcome, Oni make you greet our people. Make we for Vano they go.
My fellow obedience, so I greet everybody from here.
So as we the Vano they go, make we for the look. You know this Abati where we say Ruben Abati, our person where we say with the respect well. But you get waiting where we say I read for in own blog. I know to understand them. You know, say we were there for this side where they speak pidgin. We no go school well, but we go school, we understand some things. So you get waiting input for in blog where we say then they show for screen now. And on I go see say na him talk he talk say Supreme Court affirm Mba's Enugu governorship election victory. Now, when you read inside waiting he write very thing when he put as in caption, they very deceptive. And many people don't call me for insight. Come they ask me plenty questions, say whether true, Supreme Court don't affirm this Peter Mba where we say na him be the person where there for Enugu State right now. Now, the thing where they there, I want let our people know say na different story na in Supreme Court deal with yesterday. Then dismiss their feel where APC fire where be say na tete matter wey don happen since June myself where be say na the three people where they contest Labour Party Chijoki Dog and the people Frank Nweke Jr. all of them talk say they no suppose participate for the election. But Abati where be say na senior journalist and senior brother when I dey respect well, the way when I can see that notification can enter say Supreme Court affirm Mba and people begin they call me for inside that and touch me, I say no. I go bring them out, make you know say e no good like that. Make we they talk the thing. I like their Arise TV and him and Ojo and the other of our person where we say they talk well. I like all of them as in they do. Even in suit, I even want grow up like and they wear this kind of suit where we say in they wear. But waiting I no like, now waiting consign Labour Party where we say then go or Peter Obi, how it take affect obedience. I know they like where then they talk them like that. So that very one, I go come back to Ram, make I only for talk for inside, but make I waka again, enter another fact check where we do, where no they correct. Again, Abati Day inside. That one has to deal with the Chicago State University certificate of Tinubu. I like their analysis where then they talk even that classmate of Tinubu will come. I like how then they take do for their station. Well, and I know say obedience they watch them well. But this thing when in right, we're carrying name. Say Tinubu was our student, he graduated in 1979, Chicago State University. So in the side saying I saw Chicago State University take talk. But yes, Chicago State University mentioned this very something, but they never confirm, and they even use their mouth talk say they no go fit authenticate that very certificate where Tinubu give INEC. So person will be say e dey very prominent like this Abati. You know supposed to dey join issue with wetin e never clear, because CBS of Chicago News wey report this thing, e get how dem take report am. No be this kind headline. Now that one, now they choke me. So our people, make we go to. I even want make una see the audio transcript of wetin happen for court for that very day. There is no time I want to say categorically after our fact checking that their CSU, which is Chicago State University, has not brought any Chicago State certificate. They never bring and come give court. Court see the way the whole thing together. The judge will be Judge Gilbert never give pronouncement. But when I go here waiting this judge talk and how intake talk am with him own mouth, they confirm say that the person will sign that certificate where Tinubu present to INEC say he no dey for that university as at that time. Make we even go straight to that point. Make we no be say with the waste time. Let's take a listen to the U.S. District Judge Gilbert as in take talk am. Let's take a listen.
The Westberg affidavit says that all diplomas are signed by the current president or board chair, right?
Yes.
And that diploma purports to have been issued in 1979, right?
Right.
And Ms. Daniel was not president of the university in 1979, right?
Right. Yeah, the diploma doesn't have a date that it was produced on it, but the information on it references the graduation on that date.
Right.
The possibility, Your Honor, if we all want to go down speculation land, is that there could have been a request for a copy of a diploma 10 years later. And that was the diploma that was produced at that time. I don't know that that happened. My client doesn't know that that happened. There are some, but those are things that Chicago State can't shed any light on. But in terms of the straightforward issue, is the diploma authentic or is it a forgery? My client can't answer yes to either of those questions. And I would suggest that really should end the inquiry.
And it seemed to me, at least from public sources, that I was able to see that Elnora Daniel was president of Chicago State between roughly 1998 and 2008. Does that track with your information?
Sounds in the ballpark. I don't have the dates, but I understand that she wasn't there in 1997, which is what would be relevant to the diplomas we're talking about.
And, I think CSU having definitively said that President Tinubu went there, now has to provide the basis for that assertion and explain the contradictions in the information if they're able to.
Yeah, I mean, they have a transcript, from the university that apparently shows he graduated from there. Okay.
But where did that come from, and how was it found, and how did they know it's the same person?
Took the words out of my mouth. We've been going for about 2 hours here. I'd like to take a break. Mr. Carmichael, do you have anything to add before we do so? I want to try.
So my people, I don't hear how the judge take talk and how intake asks the questions for inside court. This very thing as I hear and now, the thing suggests say Chicago State don't release that very particular certificate, abi they don't release the academic credentials. So make una dey understand where my fum abi my section they come from. This thing now waiting happen for court. Una they hear the judge, they ask the thing, and even the lawyer will be say they come out from the university talk say they cannot confirm or even deny that very something. Judge went ahead to say that the person who signed that certificate was not at that university as at that very time. So make una see the direction and the mindset of this judge. He knows where they are coming from and he's hitting it direct. So what are we expecting from this court? Make our people for understand. We they expect make the court order waiting then they call them Chicago State University, make them bring the whole thing where Article wants from there, so that we can know which of the Tinubu na enter, which qualifications he take enter, and now who signed those certificates, and whether that certificate where they with INEC, where them talk say they no fit authenticate, they must authenticate them. Either they authenticate it or they reject it. That is a must. And for some of us, when they call me, they ask question, say, this very particular certificate where would they talk? Now the perjury matter where they for court. That very perjury matter, if this certificate is fake, it means that Tinubu should come down and let the people that have the mandate take it back. That is where all these things are leading to. Now, before we enter, the people where they post all of these fake information say they don't release the certificate. May they recall say na David Hundeyin na him post this very something for his own website where we say even him tweet for inside. But make I bring them up to now. He said after misrepresenting screenshots from a PDF document that he grabbed off my Scribe account as something newly released by CSU, this particular dude still did not realize that he severally implicated his drug-pushing boss with what he uploaded. Now, he has eventually deleted it, but not before showing the world that the person named Bola Tinubu on file at CSU was a female, which is the exact point article lawyer is making in court. You have to be literally brain damaged to defend the drug pusher. But as for one, I am grateful that his people are this dumb. It makes the job of a public educator so much easier. This one are from David Hundeyin, as in take talk. Now, if they see all the things where they push come out, now things where we don't talk before, where we say David Hundeyin don't come out since more than a year ago. Now, all these things where we say they and then carry court stamp. So the person will be saying they do, I'm like, David Hundeyin talk, he dey dumb. He still they show the court document, and still he talk say he come out from CSU. How CSU document go begin the carry Nigerian court? I don't know for them. But all the same, we won't clarify, say, the fact check, say, all these things where they carry around say na fake e be. That very Chicago State University has not released those information. And the court, which is Judge Gilbert, which we don't hear in voice, don't talk, say, na him go give the ruling, say make everybody wait. But timeline they come for Supreme Court. That one they come. Before I go enter Supreme Court matter, make our waka enter, go meet our Oni, where they for Canada, where they for Zoom, make it for tell us what they think about waiting this judge think, because the judge don't make it, for me, he don't even already making own ruling. Because the questions when he asks there, they no answer them those questions. So he must ask them by fire by force to release those documents. So Oni, what do you think? Make we quickly they go.
Well, I think the judge do well to release those documents, because releasing those documents will put everybody's mind at rest, because we can't have a president who didn't have any certificate. So I think whatever statement the judge make there is a very, very good statement. So let those certificates be released to article lawyer, so that everybody will be at rest, because this US sometimes There's a way they do things. But since the judge have asked them to release all the document, I pray they do so and they listen to him so that everybody will be in one page. So that's my own opinion.
Okay. Before I enter to the Supreme Court matter now, I want to make our people understand, say the judge never give the ruling. That is the order for them to release the document. Then still, with the still the wait for them. If you give the tomorrow, if it be next tomorrow, but with the wait say make we for beat the deadline for Supreme Court, so that as article take talk, whether I go use the something for Supreme Court. But why I bring that very video for our people to see now to downs the mind of people wey be say then they talk say dem don already carry and comot and say na this very particular one na im be the thing wey those CSU carry comot. Now as we dey comot from this very one, make people for like and share the video, make other people know the truth wey dey for wetin happen for Enugu State, sake of say Enugu State Tribunal never even give their own judgment at all. So the matter never go to appeal, not talk less of to begin the waka go Supreme Court. Wetin we our stand for Enugu be say Peter Mba wey be the governor now na fake NYSC certificate na e submit. That one don be we don ram to rest since. So Enugu na Labour go take am. So people wey dey talk say Supreme Court don give am victory, e never see road to Supreme Court. Wetin Supreme Court just deal with yesterday na very simple thing wey be say the challenge wey dem dey challenge all the other contestants say dem no suppose contest. Anyway, make we enter Supreme Court matter now. Una know say Ariola wey be the CJN, the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, na im be the person wey go set and constitute the panel wey be say dem go do this thing, Judge Peter Obi and Atiku matter for Supreme Court. Now, we get 14 days timeline. And that very 14 days timeline, now it go expire on the 20th of September, will be Wednesday. I know say our lawyers will be Labour parties and Peter Obi's lawyers. Right now, every one of them, then they put their acts together. So go they send prayers for them, make them for meet up with the deadline will be Wednesday. Now, I they think say for people where they ask me the question and they call me, they want know who and who be the people will be say then go handle the matter of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar for Supreme Court. They never constitute them. Some people they give wrong information, say they don't constitute the panel, but we don't call Supreme Court. And the source will be say e dey for Supreme Court talk say they never put the justices will be say they go handle the matter because then they form them in form of panel, just like the people where do tribunal own. So then go those people now then go handle the matter. But the issue when I want people to make their own comments on, now this Chief Justice of Nigeria will be say, now him be the person will go constitute the panel. I don't know whether it dey okay for somebody will be saying a president appoint him. Somebody will be say, you know, say, we don't they already see whether he go dey bias or not, whether he dey good, make him be the person we go still appoint the justices we go constitute that panel, we go take this judgment. Anyway, it be like saying I saw the thing and how the constitution take give them be NJC take put them. So to carry that one end now 14th days where we say then give them will be the timeline. The end time go be September 20th, and now that very day, Ariwola will be the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now he must set up and constitute. So me, I think say these people then they wait, make them forget the appeal because the record of our appeal still get like 3 days to shoot in. So maybe now until then get that very notice of appeal or they carry their filings reach Supreme Court, that time they'll come constitute the people. But I know say they go to do their underground work, they appoint the people we go do. But make them do quickly, make we for know the people, make our eyes begin to go for their own side too. Make we know who and who among the Supreme Court justices now then go sit for that matter. Make we begin to highlight them one by one. Make we know whether the people where they talk true, they inside. Abi na the people wey be say then they do wuru judgment na then they there. Anyhow, we go see until Wednesday. Now we go know say then go talk. Then if you talk tomorrow will be Sunday. Then if you talk say on Monday. Then if you bring the panel list out anytime. So make the people where they ask us for here, make them know say the list never come out. And from that one, na direct from Supreme Court source. So hopefully, if you ask me now by Wednesday where the deadline go reach, I think say the panel will go handle this thing, go come out. So with that very one, I go on make a here waiting our own person where there for Zoom. Waiting you think about the panel where they won't constitute. The Chief Justice of Nigeria will be the person where go constitute this thing now. You think say in go pick the right people, abi now the thing will happen for the tribunal go happen for that side again. Waiting you think, just your own thoughts, make obedience here. Only you did there, so?
Yeah, I did hear.
The network there. So well, the question when I asked, what do you think about Chief Justice of Nigeria as in they constitute the panel? How the people want the people what to say go put?
Well, that Chief Justice of Nigeria, my own personal opinion. I'm just after looking at him critically with my own personal opinion. I don't see that man capable of doing the right thing. Though we still hope, keeping hope alive. That's why we are here. Except anything, I don't see that man. He doesn't look as somebody who will choose a corporate people to give judgment to sit on this case. Me looking at him, in the beginning there was time people were complaining about him. Now he's in charge of picking people. For me, well, we keep hope alive. Let's keep praying, believing God that he will do the right thing, choose the right people. But with me looking at him, man, I don't think that man can do it. So that's my own personal.
Come out for you. You get something when I won't bring make our people for know. Say as last week this week myself, as they start, we they hear from one spokesperson for the presidency, that is the government. They talk say Bola Tinubu don't go for UAE, say he don't go resolve visa ban and all that. Now we come they see say this government na propaganda they just they do. They just they lie for people from head to toe. Everything where they come out for their mouth na lie. Why be say na lie na info their mouth? We think say as lie Muhammad come out from there, say things fit change. But we dey see say even CNN, UAE officials say visa restrictions not lifted for Nigerians. This one na direct they come out from United Arab Emirates. So why be say then go they deceive our people and plenty people go they believe them. When they talk this thing, then talk say now with immediate effect. Say even Emirates airline go begin operation. People go mistake them, go they buy tickets. People go mistake them, go begin they spend money for travel agent area and all that. So the thing will be say this jury aguleri be waiting be name. The thing they pay me how that man if you come out, in go just they speak free. And some people no go even pay attention to what they speak. Then go think say na correct English in they speak. They no know say na line na food the man mouth. But anyway, how you take feel? You will be say you there for Canada now. If to say you hear that thing, you go begin to buy ticket now. No be your money you go don't waste. How you take feel and when they do propaganda? Only.
All those things they are saying is just to buy people's mind. There is no way you will make the nose of a dog that is black to be white. It's not possible. Like you said, like Mohammed and this government, they are still the same government. They are just saying all these lies to see if they can deceive people to like them. Come to think of it, Nigeria was ahead before UAE wake up and overtook them. These people have the same oil because they are doing the right thing. Because we are shouting at them to do the right thing, that's why they are trying to deceive us. Come on, UAE, lifting visa ban. Who is UAE to ban Nigeria in the first place? So all these things they are doing, they are the same thing. Mulai Mohammed and the same group of people, they are just saying all this to see that people will forget about what they are yearning for, craving for, and put their attention there. No way, they can't deceive anybody because I don't see anything good about this government. Nothing. Tinubu have no capacity to do that because he just become a president to travel around and see someone sitting at his back. That's what he's doing. He doesn't understand what it is to become a president of a country. So that is my own opinion to this question that you
Okay,
asked
thank
me.
you for lending your voice this very particular thing. Our people will be say on the watch us and well-meaning Nigerians. Wherever on a day, make una for like and share and comment. Make people know say all these things where we dey talk na to comot na do fact check on all the things wey be say dey happen. If dem call us opposition, make e be. Na checkmate we dey checkmate them. Make na opposition na im dey bring out the other part. If they know the good things wey dem dey do, make dem pay people wey go dey propagate for them for the good things wey dem dey do. But with the bad things wey we say dem dey do, we go bring am out. Na the role of even the media to deal with and the role of opposition to do so that things go dey waka. That's for some people wey dey make some comment inside there. But in overall, this particular channel where we dey, Obidate Family TV, na exclusive channel wey be say it is meant for well-meaning Nigerians and obedience worldwide. And wetin we dey talk here, na wetin concern us and concern our mandate and how a new Nigeria is possible. Na wetin we dey talk here. So all this lie wey dem dey carry about, make we just disregard am. One be say Enugu State they no affirm Peter Mba, e no go happen by the grace of God. E no go happen. The second one be say the Judge Gilbert don confirm say person wey be say e sign that certificate wey dey with INEC, say that person no dey that school as at that time. That one dey for that transcript wey we just show for the video. And for this CNN where dem talk, we still get Chimamanda wey talk for for CNN, talk say this presidential election tribunal, the judgment wey dem give say e no jail, and that one na worldwide na e reach. So I go wan make we just hear small thing as she take talk am for CNN. Let's take a listen.
An election tribunal that upheld the elections, and I'm actually in the middle of reading the judgments, and it's stunning how shoddy it is. So the elections were manipulated in a way that was very shabby and shoddy, and I think that this judgment is equally shabby and shoddy. I hadn't expected it to be very thoughtful, but I'm shocked at how incredibly lacking in thought it is. What worries me about Nigeria, a country I love, is that whatever we do today is our way of setting a precedent for what happens in the future. And so that's why I think it's so important to talk about the things that are wrong, because we're creating a kind of foundation for whatever will happen in our future.
So, but with that in mind, then how do you, I mean, obviously the president himself of Nigeria has denied any rigging, but the State Department in the United States has backed up the February results, saying this competitive election represents a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy. You disagree, so what do you think is down the road for Nigerian democracy?
I don't know, honestly, but I should say that there's also a European Union report based on people who were actually on ground during the elections, which is very clear about how those elections were rigged and were fraudulent. I I want to be hopeful about Nigeria's future, but it's difficult to be. Right now, I know that we don't have the final word because the Supreme Court has not spoken. But I don't know that many people are very hopeful about that. And so, but the thing that's interesting about Nigeria is the sense in which one never knows. I mean, we've had such an interesting history, and so you never know. I choose to remain cautiously thoughtful. The one thing I should say is that young people across the country have become galvanized. This election really made people sit up and pay attention. And I think in the long run, that's a good thing for the country.
And especially in Nigeria, such a massive powerhouse in Africa. So, Ngozi Adichie, thank you so much indeed for coming, Chimamanda. Thank you.
Yeah, as our chief Chimamanda, how she take the representatives in the world scene, that is globally, where then they see how she go open her mouth where we say for network where we say they reach across the world. Tell them koro say this very presidential election tribunal judgment say no they clear at all. Now if they hear the whole grammar, say we dey here. When our grammar no be our own, but on hear how she take talk am. And aside from her, you get another person where we say don't they talk since a long time, and that very person na Professor Pierre Lumumba. He talks our country will never grow unless citizens demand and or fight for it. Now that one na quote. When I quote, as I look, I see how it take right. And make we even see how it take talk am. And when we finish, we will come back to our own Ekene, make his reaction, make we for begin the waka there go.
Go to countries where people make demands of their leaders, things are being delivered. You go to the Scandinavian country, you go to Norway, you go to Denmark, you go to Finland, you go to Sweden, and see how things are working. Because if you joke, the people will come and make you resign. But here, a person steals, and we say we know he is a thief, but he is our thief. How can a country grow?
Our country will never grow unless the citizens do what is right and what they are supposed to do. We know what we are supposed to do at this very time. As our lawyers and P2B lawyers, they are preparing, trying to do their best to beat the timeline to Supreme Court. We all know what we should be doing. Aside from prayers that is going out everywhere, we know what we should be doing. We will be praying for them, but at the same time, we should be reacting to that very particular rogue judgment that came out from the Presidential Election Tribunal. That is what we are to be doing. And again, I want to tell our people what we say then there for diaspora, like Onyi Best, Kene, and Co. What we say all of on a plenty for that America side. Make on a know say, you get one summit where Bola Tinubu won't attend for US. And it go good, make on a for sure I'm love for that very side. When I hear waiting I talk, make on a sure I'm love for that side. Make the whole world know say, yes, Bola Tinubu enter US. Because they sure say, in the get visa, in the waka, they enter US and all that. Make on for sure I'm love for that US. At least, as Lumumba talk, make on try to do the right thing for that very side where on do. But Onyi, I don't know whether you understand what I talk. That show love to Tinubu when he come US. It be like saying, 20th, I'll be there about of this September. Now they get that thing for whether in New York. Because some people, they talk, say, if they won't protest for that side, say they can arrest people. But they no say, US, they civilized. Then they give you rights, make you for do your protest and other things. But you waited that side, make you for tell me how the thing won't take go down for that side.
Well, talking about protest, citizens have right to protest here. How the thing want to go down for this side? Say nobody go they harass Tinubu just like you as you come. If you even come here, they go show him love when he wants see. But that one not mean say we not know what's in there our mind. Nobody will come out there and be like misbehaving. Like it's not like Nigeria that when people are protesting, the so-called people, police and army that is being controlled by the president, they'll be doing the wrong thing because citizens have right to protest. You are more valued than the police and the army that because they are paid, they are your servants. They are serving you, not by doing the opposite. So they shouldn't be thinking that when people protest, the police will be fighting. But we are not going to protest, just like as you said, we are obedient and we are going to show him love. That's all is going to happen there.
Yes, make una show am love. My people will be say on a day US, make una tag the date. I check the time, make una check the venue, make una show Bola Tinubu love for US when he come, so that him go know say obedience dey there and well-meaning Nigerians dey there. If una wan show displeasure for the judgment or the rogue judgment wey happen for Nigeria, una get the opportunity. I no get another way when I go take tell una that one. I no talk say make una go begin the protest. I no go begin say make una begin dey do violence. Wetin I talk inside Obidati Family TV, I say make una show Bola Tinubu love when him come in convention abi na conference abi this thing wey dey happen for US. Make una show am love. With that very one, I go say I go thank una everybody wherever una dey. Make una for share and like this video. Make other people know say Tinubu dey come US, and people wey dey for US make them for show am love. Make una share and like the video. Again, make una share am not because of anything, but make una know say Atiku dey prosper for that court wey dey there. Make people hear wetin Judge Gilbert of Illinois Chicago District Court as he take talk am and the questions wey him ask make people know, so that the people wey dey do propaganda and dey carry fake news around make dem know say una don hear the original thing wey comot from Obidati Family TV. Finally, hope dey. A new Nigeria is very, very possible. Until I come your way again, my name na Chidi Kanu. Bye for now.